Good Monday morning. Actually, pardon me, good Tuesday morning. It's October 1st, and I wanted to jump on as Valerie Ann with Heart Thoughts with Valerie Ann. I'm actually just creating a video and seeing if I can share it in other places. But I wanted to jump on today first and foremost and say I hope your weekend was awesome, and I hope this first day of this week was a good week, a good day for you to start off this week. How are you doing today? How are you doing, really? How are you doing? There's something I want to talk to you about because I've gone through this experience and I want to share it with you and see if you're aware of it, or if you're not, if you can become aware of it and step into what Gabby Bernstein calls the holy instant, which is where miracles take place when we're in that state of awareness. So here we go. Do you ever find yourself worked up and threatened over someone else's success? Do you find yourself intimidated when you see results in someone else, whether that's financially, spiritually, physically, whatever it is? Do you ever find yourself threatened, jealous, intimidated? Because if you do, I want to encourage you to think about this. Our life on this earth school is to grow our soul. We primarily came here, it is my belief, that we primarily came here to grow our soul. And the two main things that I am learning to do is forgiveness and acceptance. First towards myself so that I can share that with those around me and the rest of the world. There's been times in my life that I've been threatened by other people's successes. There's been times in my life where I have been intimidated by the financial gain others have compared to me and my partner. Let me tell you how I got through that. When I discovered that instead of cheering them on, I was intimidated or jealous or threatened by them, it kept my own success at bay. What about you? And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I want you to ask yourself today, am I in a place of cheering other people on in their own success so that what I want in life comes easily and effortlessly to me and I'm freely in the flow? Think about that. I'll give an example. Years ago, I met this really beautiful woman at the gym, and when she walked in, my very first thought was, oh my goodness, that woman is physically gorgeous. And so what was my thought? I can honestly tell you I was not jealous or threatened by her. I wanted to know her name, and I wanted to know how she got where she was. And I talked to her, introduced myself, and bugged her for weeks and weeks to help me with my fitness program until she finally gave in. And can I tell you that today she's one of my best friends? She's what I call a very dear and near soul sister. Because I wasn't intimidated by her looks, but I will tell you one thing she told me when we first started to get to know each other. Not very often do women come up to her and introduce themselves and is kind. Because of her beauty, she intimidates them. And she's a threat to them. She wasn't to me. Now, guys, I have to tell you, I'm not saying I've never been threatened by people, because I think as human becomings, we do that until we realize that we're all connected. We are all one. We are all a drop of the ocean. So is there someone in your life today that reminds you of where you think you're not? And what that does, guys, is stop our hearts. It stops our hearts from growing more into our authentic self. Put the bat down, pick up the basket of love, and pour it all over yourself. And remember this, you came to this earth school with gifts that only you can share. No one else has your gifts. Find what that is and make it the best you possibly can make it for your sake. Not so that you look good for someone else or that someone else can give you accolade. If we're doing things primarily for the need of accolade, I guarantee you eventually we will be disappointed. Why? Well, because number one, the most beautiful name in the world is our very own name. We tend to be drawn to me, me, me. I do not say any of this in judgment. I've been where all of you are, if you're in fact there. If you find yourself jealous and intimidated by someone else's success, put the bat down, pick up grace, and give yourself permission to step into the best you can be. Say, I am the best me I can be today. When we start comparing ourselves to other people, we dim our light. That's not what our God wants for us. We all have a light to shine. You know, one of my favorite Bible verses is a city that's on a hill cannot be hid. Be that shining light. Shine your light today. Don't compare yourself to other people. It takes your power away, or at least it diminishes your power. Be you. Be you in the best you absolutely can be. If you're good at making people laugh, make someone laugh today. If you're good at letting people know how precious and important they are, do that today. But before you do any of that, go to the mirror today and remind yourself that you are you right where you're at, and you are enough right where you're at. Love yourself where you are so that if you choose, not because someone else's opinion, but if you choose to make a positive change, you step into love. Because we cannot change in criticism. Our sister Louise Hay says that. She taught that for years. Criticism keeps us stuck and stunted. Change in love. I give you permission to be your full self today. And like Lisa Nichols says, play full out today. Our life is but a vapor. It appears for a moment and then it vanishes away. I hope you have a beautiful day today. I love you all. I'm sending you loads of love. And most importantly, I trust that the actions that you are taking today is creating for you a law of attraction that brings you nothing but all that you abundantly deserve. Have a great day, everyone.